Welcome back to Souls Meet. Frankie!
With Frankie. This is our first guest
ever.
This is Frankie. Say hi. Good job.
Good job, Frankie. You do everything right.
She is so sweet. And look at her. She just sits there and she's licking me.
I know.
She's so happy to be here, guys.
She is very happy.
We're very happy to welcome you, Frankie, into this podcast. How are you today?
Very insightful.
Lovely. I'm so happy to hear that.
Right? I know, Mommy Big. Well, she will be standing here. I think we need her point of view multiple times.
Yes.
We need like somebody to be able to break the to be able to say like you're right or
let's see if Frankie, whoever she licks or looks at, there's this thing that they're doing now with dogs, like dog parents, where they have the dog in the middle and then out of nowhere they look at the dog at the same time, and whoever the dog looks at first is who the dog loves more.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that with children, and I feel really bad.
That's terrible.
And because I know that when I was a child, I would have looked at my dad because I was, Mommy, I love you, but I was such a girl dad that I would have looked at my dad completely.
Oh, damn.
I know. And I've seen that with like teenagers in school. They do like a bunch of girls. They just like kind of like they put a guy and then they just look.
And then the guy looks at.
I mean, I've seen compilations that you see the guy just like smiling and looking at this one girl, and it's like it does like make sense.
Oh my God, I'm gonna try with my dogs. They better look at me and not my sister.
I love that.
Anyways,
welcome back, or for the first time.
Hello. How are you? You came on a very, very good episode.
I know.
But also, if you're new here, you have like 50, how many? I lost count on how many episodes you have to catch up on it.
You have 57 more.
Please go look. Please go. What? And if you're new here, why don't we tell the new people what we do?
If you're new, this is what you're going to find here. You're gonna find two best friends who are going to read stories off of Reddit from the thread, "Am I in the wrong, or really
am I the asshole?"
Then after that, we're both gonna play
rock, paper, scissors,
piedra, papel o tijera,
and the winner goes first, and she gets to say her side of the story, what her opinion is, what she believes is true, right or wrong. And then the loser has to go second and do like the complete opposite if she can. A different take, a different perspective. Why do we do that?
We do this because
I should have waited for this moment for the glasses.
I just realized. I was like, I saw you and I'm like, I'm still wearing mine. We do this because we love to just find different perspectives to the same problem. We all go through different problems. We hope that you're not going at home through the same things and stories that we read here. Like crazy. But we do know that some of the aspects, some of the themes, the topics in these stories might be something that you're going through in life. So we kind of want to give you like a different take. And also, what do? Validate you.
Oh, what do we do?
Anyway.
Oh, well,
let's start.
That is the point, for you to take away something from these stories and be like, okay, you know what? I should have considered this from the other person.
Yeah.
Or most importantly, you can come away and be like, I knew I was right. I've been right all along.
I want you to be right.
Yadi and Adi said so. And that's Bible.
That is literally what all I need. And you can even quote us.
You
can go into your life and be like, they listen to their podcast, and then another another subscriber, another comment. Oh, Mommy,
it's gonna be like this. Oh,
I know. She should.
Yeah, share with your friends, with your family, with your enemies too.
I know. Ooh, a passive aggressive comment being like, "Here, I'm just living this story here, this podcast.
Take a listen." Okay. First story of Lady. Am I in the wrong for accidentally outing the gay guy in my gym?
Maybe.
We'll see. So, I joined a new gym last month. The gym has all the extra facilities: pool, steam room, ice bath. That's a good gym.
Yes.
Wow. The steam room only runs 3 days a week. Boo. And men and women have separate rooms. You also have to inform the manager beforehand if you want to use the facilities. The other night around 10 p.m., I finished my workout and asked the manager to let me access the steam area. He told me the steam room was already running and that 2 guys were inside. I don't really have an issue with nudity, and usually people in steam rooms just cover themselves with a towel. But when I went inside, I realized the 2 dudes were fully making out, and more than making out. Use your imagination. Oh. I felt uncomfortable and decided to leave. As I exited, the manager asked me why I came out so early. Jokingly, I said, let those 2 have their moment. I'll take some steam some other day. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The next day at the gym, one of the 2 guys confronted me and said I had outed his sexuality and turned him into a laughing stock at the gym because the guy is heavily into manosphere alpha male culture. And apparently, his alpha squad has been making fun of him since then. He told me now he has to leave the gym, which is the best one in the area, because I babbled it to the manager. The other guy, meanwhile, was pretty chill about it and even apologized for things getting out of hand in the steam room and for not realizing I had walked in. So, am I in the wrong for outing their sexuality at the gym? Update. I am surprised to see this post blew up. I was not expecting it to get to this kind of response. First of all, I want to thank all the folks saying I am not in the wrong in this situation, especially from the LGBTQ community. To the people saying this is a made up story or not true, I rarely post on here, and I honestly don't know what people get out of making up stories. I shared more details in the comments, but I'll post them here as well. It was pretty late at night, and the gym was empty around 10:30 p.m., which is why they probably thought nobody would walk in there. The manager reprimanded both of them and didn't ban them only because they have been longtime members at the gym. I live in India, in Delhi. It's definitely more progressive than many other parts of the country, but it is still not safe, a safe haven for LGBTQ people, like in parts of America or Europe. Homosexuality was a crime in India until 6 years ago, which
Very
is why
important.
I struggled so much with the outing part.
Oh wow, that
Wow.
gives so much context to it.
Wow.
Definitely, because I was thinking of like anywhere here
I
in North
thought it was in
America.
North
So I was
America.
like,
Yeah.
okay, like it definitely
That changes.
makes it
Yeah.
different.
That.
Makes a difference. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Piedra,
Piedra,
papel
papel,
o
o tijera.
tijera.
Un,
Un,
dos,
dos,
tres.
tres. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Frankie. Yes, Frankie. Okay. Wow. Oh my God. This is actually a hard one. Hold on. What is?
Hold on.
Am I gonna go with you are or you are not? I'm gonna say you're not in the wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's only because even though that comment alludes to something, he didn't flat out say these 2 people are gay. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um and I think that no. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm it's so
I'm
funny
so
because I'm not
torn.
struggling. I'm like
Oh,
this. Yeah.
I'm struggling. But I'll continue. I'll say you're not in the wrong. I think you were obviously caught up in the moment, and that was just the immediate reaction to seeing something that, I mean, I would be shocked to see as well if they're doing more than making out. People are doing more, and I want to make this clear. I would feel that way even if it was people of the opposite sex doing that in a public area where other people might walk in. It's not just because it's part of the LGBTQ community. Um, so I think you were caught in a situation where you felt taken aback. You walk away. I don't think you made it a big deal. I think your comment was not, there's people, 2 men doing whatever in there. You didn't make it sound like it was a big deal or something bad. And I also feel like it's normal and that happens, yes, but I think these two men, any women, any people of the opposite sex in general should be more like they should think about doing those things a little bit more than like this is an open public space. This is not the place for you to be doing these things at, and you're obviously going to make people uncomfortable. 10:30 is not that late. There's still going to be people at the gym. So I think this happened for them to also know, don't do that again. And I really do appreciate the fact that the one of the other men apologized for it, because that's what it comes down to. I don't think you made a big deal out of the situation. And I'm happy that one of them apologized. If the other guy is now feeling a type of way because you outed him, and he has this male group where he acts all alpha and male this and male that, then it's something that he should have been more careful with, doing that at the gym where he goes with his friends. Like, that's not your fault. That's not your fault at all. He needs to think of the consequences to his actions, I feel. Yeah.
I can't think of another one. Like, to me, I'm gonna try to find a different way that he could have handled this. But to me, like, you're in a public. This is a public space. Yeah. You don't do this. Period. Now, let's get realistic. When people get
excited
in life, I don't know if this is something new. They're having an affair, blah blah blah. Let's be honest. You'll be in a public space, because this is a safe space here. We're talking honestly. When you are in a place with your partner that you're trying to find something different to do, exciting to do, of course you're gonna think, let's not kid ourselves. You're gonna think
We've
of like,
all thought about
we've
it.
all thought about it,
Yes.
even done things, because we're
really?
adults, right? But you gotta be really sure that nobody will see you or find you or anything, because nobody needs to see that. Not because it's disgusting, not because it's bad. It's just because
it's just a very private thing.
It's a private moment.
Yeah.
And you don't have to make me see you, you know? It's your private moment that I haven't agreed to be a part of. So this is a public space, period. It doesn't matter if it's 1, 2, 3 people from one side, from the other side, from any side at all. This is a public space. So to me, like, right away, I was like, you're not in the wrong. If anything, it's the fact that you were seeing the manager and you were like, oh, let's just let them have their moment. I would have been the person to be like, hey, just so you know, some people, even if you don't want to say anything about the person, but I would have been to the person.
I know.
I would have been to the manager right away and been like, listen, maybe if you really don't want to out anybody, maybe you could have waited. That's like my other perspective into how to handle this. You could have waited a little bit later or anything like that and been like, hey, just so you know, some people are having sexual relationships in the steam room. And the other day I went in and I saw something that I didn't want to see, and I don't want to be a part of that. So I think it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful because it's also a small space where we're sitting down, fluids, stuff like that. Like, there are so many reasons here why doing that in a steam room that is used by more people than you, this is wrong at all. So maybe what you could have just gone to the manager and said like, hey, this is happening, but you had to say something. Too bad that the way that you did it, it just came out like that, and now they know who it was. Could you have done something different? Yeah, maybe, but that's not really the problem here. The problem is that the other guy didn't want his sexuality out there, and he was then doing something in a public space. If you didn't want your sexuality, any part of your sexuality, to be out there, then you don't do that in a public space. You just go home, or you lock yourself in a stall, I don't know, like in the bathroom,
right,
and still somebody might see you coming out.
Of course, again, it's a public space. Like, you cannot be mad at someone.
You cannot be mad at someone
now,
for that. I think it's really great that you're thinking about, you live in India, that things can can get really pretty serious there, and that's where I was like, okay, that's different.
It is. That's why I was struggling a little bit
Mm-hmm.
with my answer, because I can also see how this could be almost dangerous in a way. It's
Yes,
not illegal anymore, but it was illegal up until 6 years ago.
that's not that's
The
2020.
That's 2020. Like,
We have
it
to
just
see it
happened.
like that. 2020.
2020, it just happened. And so I think, it's tricky because I know
I
she's
know.
comfortable. It's tricky because it being so fresh, you already know there's still a lot of people with negative opinions
Hmm.
surrounding the community.
And there could be some
Repercussions. There could be
repercussions
some.
after. That's where I was like, oh, I get why you're so concerned, because we're talking from like, oh, we're in Canada. I'm sorry, you don't do
Yeah.
that there. That's it.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you're living in a country where there could be repercussions, I understand that you feel like this, but still, then why that person didn't think about that before doing it
Exactly.
in a steam room? If
Exactly.
he's so concerned about his well-being, you really,
And
really
it's not
make
even his
sure.
well-being, it's his image.
Yeah, at the
It's
end of
his
the day,
image.
it's his image.
Like, again,
Well,
if
you're a
that's what
hypocrite.
you, yeah, you're a hypocrite. I'm sorry. And if you're not ready to come out, that's also fair and that's fine, but then don't do
Do
that
it
in a
in a public
public.
space.
Yeah, she agreed with that
She
one.
agreed with us,
She
right?
agreed with that one.
Yeah, mommy.
Yeah, she did. All right.
Okay.
Well, second story.
Second story.
Do
Okay.
you want to read it, Frankie? All right.
Very
That's
good.
fine.
Very good reading, mommy. Am I in the wrong for sending my neighbors a video after they accused me of ruining their open house? Sending them a video after they accused me of ruining
Their open house.
their open house.
The
Just
story.
sending a video? I live in a pretty quiet neighborhood. Recently, house next door has been put on sale. An owner held an open house last Sunday. We ain't friends. More like we just say hello over the fence. I just
Nice.
imagine two people be like,
Yeah.
hey. The day before it, she asked me not to park at the curb in front of her house so the potential buyers could get a good view of the facade.
Okay.
Is that how you say that?
Yes.
It's a public space, but I said, okay, no problem. It rained on Sunday morning. I went to my sister's house for most of the day. When I got back in the evening, I found a note. Sorry, it's they write weird.
Ugh.
I found a note from her on my porch. It said that I had to pay for the carpet cleaning because my guest had walked into the house with dirty shoes and left marks in the living room. The problem is that I didn't invite anyone over at all and wasn't even at home.
What?
Wait, are these houses like, do they have the same entrance?
I don't know. I'm confused by that.
Then I opened the neighborhood group chat. My neighbor had already posted there that it makes her sad when neighbors don't respect someone else's special day, and that some people send guests to ruin open houses.
What?
She didn't mention any names, but added that it's especially upsetting when you ask your neighbors in advance to help with the showing. She was clearly referring to me because the day before she had asked me not to park in front of the house. I messaged her privately and asked why she decided it had anything to do with me. She replied that her realtor had seen a man come home from the direction of my house. I have a doorbell camera, so I decided to check it. Video showed her son arriving after the rain, parking by my driveway, walking through my side yards to get around a large puddle by their house and entering the open house. He was wearing work boots. 20 minutes later, he comes out and wipes the soles of his boots on the grass right on the street. I sent her a screenshot and asked her to edit the message in the chat and say sorry for accusing me of something that I didn't do. She replied that I was overreacting and that the video wasn't a direct proof that dirt was from him. So I had no other choice than to post a short clip in the group chat.
I love
And
it.
I wrote that my only contribution to the open house was not parking where I was asked to. Now my neighbor is angry at me and says I humiliated her in front of I humiliated her in front of our neighbors, but she already made it public just without mentioning my name. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So wait, the question is, am I in the wrong
for
for
sending the
sending the
video.
video?
Now that makes sense because I was like sending a video. Like,
Wait, what are you
why would
talking
why would
about?
that ruin somebody's open house?
Right.
Um.
Okay.
Okay. Piedra, papel o tijera. Un, dos, tres. Ah, you're winning.
I know.
Frankie, you're giving Yari luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I knew it. I mean, maybe we didn't have to do piedra, papel o tijera. Yeah,
Maybe
no,
we didn't.
obviously you're not in the wrong. This woman, although I will say, there is another perspective
Okay.
because the neighbor never mentioned her name. She just
Right.
the only one, like, she only knows she's talking about her because they had a conversation.
That problem.
The other neighbors were not there. So that is the other perspective. But I will go with, you're not in the wrong because you did ask for her to apologize to you, sending over proof that she, for some reason in her mind, it's not proof, but okay. And she still chose to say no. So if she's gonna go, I don't, by the way, I hate that. I understand, like, the neighborhood group chats could be very helpful sometimes for certain things.
I've
but
never had that.
me either, but I've heard of people
heard?
actually, yeah, like the person that I work with, her family, they're part of a group chat in their neighbor, but like, it's all drama, it's all bad stuff, like, it's never good.
Of course, una vecindad.
Yeah.
Es literalmente la vecindad.
Yeah. So that translation.
Yeah. Sorry. That I just thought of El Chavo, so you can really translate El Chavo. So it's like,
you can't.
yeah, it's gonna be
You
drama.
can't. Yeah, it's so I that already, like, pisses me off because I can kind of tell this woman is just a gossiper. This person is just,
Oh, she is.
she's a gossiper. She's someone that just likes to tell the whole neighborhood, oh, this is what's going on with this one, with this one. Oh, I don't appreciate the message. Like, oh, there are some people that are so disrespectful and they don't care about someone's special day. That alone would be.
In what way that made any difference sending that information?
Exactly.
Like, in what way? I understand you just like keep it to yourself. Sorry that we're just like getting into it, but like, next time you have an open house, just be like, hey guys, I'll just appreciate if everybody has these things in mind. That's all you really can do. And then talk to your neighbor again and be like, hey, this happened last time. I don't know if it was you or not. Like, benefit of the doubt.
No, but like, exactly. She straight up blamed her and said, my realtor said someone came from your house into my open house and dirtied the carpet. So the neighbor straight up blamed her.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I don't think you're in the wrong for sending video proof of the fact that it was actually her son that dirtied her carpet.
My other perspective is just like, you could have also just ignored that. Because the second, I know, it's like, it's just literally finding a perspective. I know you felt that you needed to send that video, and like, she's obviously saying it in the group chat. She probably saying it to people also face to face. And if you wanted to be like, this is not the way it worked, fine. And that's why I'm like, I agree with you that no. But just to find another perspective, just ignore it. Like, you live there, she's moving. It's her open house. Like, she's gonna sell it regardless of like any carpet. Like, a person that is going in to buy a house and see something on a carpet
when it's raining.
Thank you. That's not what you're looking for in the house, because you're gonna change the carpet because that's not your carpet. Like, I'm thinking of like removable ones, like, right? It's not, we're not talking about like the house.
Those are not real, No.
So it's like, that's like, you can tell that this neighbor is like, please,
a problematic one.
Yeah, it's freaking raining. Whoever's gonna come see your house to buy it, they're gonna look into like, how is the house built? How long was it built? Do I see myself in a house like this? Not in like, oh, these guys have a very dirty carpet. I'm not buying that.
I'm not buying
this whole house. Sucks.
I'm leaving.
How could you? And I've seen houses. I've been to open houses where people don't care. Not open houses, sorry, but like showings. They showed me an apartment once that I was like, are you really trying to sell this place? Like, you want to sell it? Mm. Almita, a mess, a mess. And I'm saying like not even like for buying, like for even renting, like that.
Okay.
I'm just like some people just have different ways of, I don't know, offering their product.
Crazy people.
But I think this is too stupid. That's what I.
That's why I'm happy that you sent that video proof to just like
Yeah.
make her shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like this girl, like thank God
She's moving.
she's
Yeah. Thank
moving.
God.
Can you imagine?
Anyway, thank you guys. And Frankie,
Frankie, say
bye
bye.
bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Souls Meet.
Yeah. See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.